we begin in Regina, where much of the city, along with large parts of Saskatchewan, are without power today. The outages span from Regina south to the U.S. border and over to the Manitoba border, as well as in northern pockets. SaskPower says tens of thousands of customers have no electricity, and it's still not sure of the exact cause. It suspects frost may be to blame, weighing on power lines and causing them to fall and sag. The utility says they have restored power to some residents, but they also warn that power may not be back for others until late afternoon at the earliest.
At this point, as we're working to restore and repair any damage out there, there's two things happening. First of all, we still remain in the assessment phase at this point. That means that we're out in the field with hundreds of employees at SaskPower working to address this issue. We are in the sky and on the ground looking to see what sort of damage might have been caused to our equipment out there and really narrow down the cause of this. That's one thing we don't have at this is an exact cause. We do know that it was a widespread outage, though, and that's certainly something that we're working towards finding out as we head through the day. The second thing that we spent much of the morning doing was actually figuring out who exactly was without power at that point. You can see that slightly before noon we updated our outage map to more accurately reflect that. And so again, we are dealing with an outage from Regina down to the U.S. border over to the Manitoba border, extending north a ways through areas like Foam Lake and Wynyard.
The CBC's Bonnie Allen has more on the story from Regina.
Most of the city of Regina is without power, and it's not alone. SaskPower is reporting that tens of thousands of clients do not have electricity, and that probably equates to a couple 100,000 people. Here in Regina, the University of Regina canceled classes, as did most of the elementary and high schools and several daycares. Now, if you look here in downtown Regina, most of the businesses have shut down, as well as the Cornwall Centre shopping mall. Employees had to head home or to pick up their kids, and when they did, they encountered confusion because, as you can see over here, most of the traffic lights are out in the city. So it extends beyond Regina. It goes south to the U.S. border and then east over to the Manitoba border. It includes Weyburn, Estevan, also Moose Jaw, several towns and villages, and some pockets in the north. So what led to this? Well, SaskPower can't say for certain, but one likely culprit is this unusual mix of fog, mist, and heavy frost buildup. It's caused power lines to droop and break and caused damage to equipment. At 9 o'clock this morning, something tripped the 3 coal power stations in southeastern Saskatchewan, knocking them all offline. So SaskPower is trying to figure out how to get them back online, hope that the transmission lines are not damaged, and then begin to restore power to all of these people. Meanwhile, the emergency officials from the government are making plans for warming stations and emergency shelters in communities that need them, and warning people do not take extra measures or other measures to create home heat in their homes, such as using propane or generators that they don't know how to operate.